Hi there, and how goes Lent? I'm not going overly well yet, but I know it's going to get better. And the text today is a really good one, as most of them are. And in today's text, Jesus speaking once again to the crowds. And he says, "This is a wicked generation, always asking for a sign. And the only sign that will be given it is the sign of Jonah the prophet." And we know the story of Jonah, who he was called by God to be a prophet to the Ninevites. Now, one thing, he didn't want to be a prophet. And number two, he didn't want to go to the Ninevites, who were the enemy. And he certainly didn't want them to have a reprieve from the anger of God. So he has tried to escape on a ship. And there was a storm and he had to be thrown overboard. And then, of course, a fish picks him up and puts him on the shore. And again God says, "Now go to Nineveh." And so Jonah repents. He does a turnabout. He changes his mind and he goes to Nineveh. And the people in Nineveh listen to his message and they repent and they are spared. And Jesus also says in this, the Queen of the South came to hear the wisdom of Solomon. She came from the ends of the earth. And likewise, Jonah was sent to the Ninevites and he proclaimed the good news. They listened and they repented. And there is something greater here now than either Solomon or Jonah. And the sign for this generation is the Son of Man. And he is greater than either Solomon or Jonah. For he is here to inaugurate the Messianic mission, to inaugurate the salvific plan of God for the whole of creation. And we can remember quite well, and I've spoken about it before, I know, but Jesus, after being tested in the desert, was led by the Spirit back to Galilee to initiate this mission. And according to the Gospels, the first words that Jesus uses to inaugurate this mission, and obviously he repeated it so often, is repent and believe the good news. Repent is the flavour for Lent, isn't it? Change. Make a U-turn. Convert. New life. And Pope Leo gives us a wonderful suggestion. A very contemporary suggestion, I think. Very appropriate for our world today. He says, when you're fasting, give up hate speech. Give up any speech that will denigrate, put down, humiliate, or speak bad about, or stir up anger or the like in others. But not only about people, it could be also about programs. It could also be about organisations. It could be about projects or even events. We can use hate speech to stir up resentment or anger or the like. Yeah. And he says, fast from those for these 40 days. Because it might be like the people who give up sugar in their tea or their coffee. And after the 40 days, they don't go back to it. It's better to enjoy the savour of the tea or the coffee that they're drinking. And it could be the same with hate speech. we might find that life is better without it. And that could be in the home, it could be at work, it could be in the bar, it could be in the ladies' group, it could be anywhere. Speech that puts down, offends, causes a reaction. For what? So I suggest we listen to Pope Leo. Just listen to him and just see what contemporary suggestion he makes. So for this Lent, let's do what Jesus recommends when he begins his mission. Let's give up hate speech. God bless. Have a good week.